All right, so hi ladies. Uh, Aaron asked me a question on to help have how can you convince your spouse to support what you're doing. To be honest with you, you can't. It's just something they have to make a decision on to support you. If you don't know that, I didn't support Aaron in this at all, due to the fact of we were tight on money, and I was working overnights, working two jobs, full-time student, college football coach, and she said she wanted to work from home, a sales end job. I was like, it's not gonna make any money. I've seen this happen before. You start off good, then all of a sudden it stops. And I think the main thing is that as spouses we're scared, and especially if you're tight with money and you're struggling with certain things, we expect you to get an actual full-time job or a part-time job, and this stuff is just side money. But your spouses just basically have to just come to the decision to just support you. It wasn't until recently I started supporting Aaron. If you don't support your spouse, trust me, it's gonna bring tension in the house. You're gonna end up starting rebelling on him. Then you're not gonna have that time together. You're gonna always put your time into your job and all that stuff. Trust me. With me working overnights, leaving work, going to be a college football coach, going to school full time, it's tough. I come home and I pass out and things. And then you just have to make that time. You have to reassure your spouse that you're gonna spend time with them and stuff. It's a dog eat dog world in y'all sales, in y'all profession with selling, especially with beauty products. Tyra Banks is a well nationwide name. Everybody knows who Tyra Banks is. I've had a crush on her since I was a little kid and things. But you know, you also have Unique, you also have Mary Kay, you have all those other places, those competitors. So with that being said, you have to have that support from your spouse to oversee that and overcome those. You know, have your spouse included with it. You know, Erin just came back from LA. And, I'm telling her, how about doing a event show at one of the top hotels in downtown Minneapolis? So I'm working on that. You have to work as a team. If your spouse is at home, or if you're at home and your spouse is working, that's totally fine. I would say help out in the house uh, if you're staying at home and you're doing this and you're not working. I would say pick up from time to time, cook for your spouse. Have them come home to a home cooked meal or stuff like that. If you have kids, have your kids pick up behind themselves. Don't have your spouse come home and have to pick up behind them after they've worked all day and things like that. If you're the one working and your spouse is, you know, full-time student or doing whatever, I would just tell you, my thing is for your spouse is, hey, she's doing all this. She's allowing you to go to school uh, while she works and stress herself out. So he should be the one helping you out. But you guys still got to make time for at least each other. At least 30 minutes out the day. 30 minutes. You can spare 30 minutes. You're not going to miss out on sales for 30 minutes. You can easily take time out. Like now, I took the day off basically. Just fixed lunch, watching the movie Woodlawn, and got caught up and she told me to make the video. So that's stuff like that. I promise you it goes a long way. I'm more at ease now with the whole Tyra Banks Beauty, with her selling it and things because, like I said, I had to buy into it. I had to actually support my wife. I had to actually, give her ideas, help her out. She gives me ideas about coaching, recruiting, and stuff. So I have to give her ideas and have to support her. Don't get me wrong. I want to strangle her neck sometimes because y'all ladies, get too caught up in y'all stuff. But tell your spouse to be patient. Tell your spouse if they're for you, they will support you in everything that they do. Those words, "to death do us part," I take those very serious. So you're gonna take the good and the bad with your spouse and stuff. You're not gonna turn your back on them. So that means you have to support them in everything they do, and you have to be by their side. So if you have any more questions, or if your spouse wants to reach me, they feel free to reach me on Facebook, or you contact my wife, and she will be gladly to have me talk to them. I have no problem talking to people. But trust me, it is tough. But you guys got to want to put in the effort. All right, have a beautiful Thursday. Bye-bye.